Good morning children and welcome to this video. In today's video we would learn about the area of triangle. A triangle is a figure formed by three line segments by joining three non-collinear points in pairs. Now I have a triangle PQR with base QR and height PT. Let's draw lines PS parallel to QR and RS parallel to QP to complete the parallelogram PQRS. As you can see, the area of parallelogram PQRS is equal to the area of triangle PQR plus the area of triangle PRS. Now what do you think about the triangle PQR and triangle PRS? In triangle PQR and triangle PRS, PQ is equal to RS, QR is equal to SP, and PR is equal to PR. Hence, triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PRS. That means triangle PQR and triangle PRS are of the same shape and size. Hence, the area of triangle PQR would be equal to the area of triangle PRS. So, area of triangle PQR plus area of triangle PRS can be written as twice the area of triangle PQR, since the area of triangle PQR is equal to the area of triangle PRS. So, if the area of parallelogram PQRS is twice the area of triangle PQR, that means the area of triangle PQR is half the area of parallelogram PQRS, which is equal to half QR multiplied by PT. But QR is the base and PT is the height. Hence, area of triangle PQR is equal to half base multiplied by height. Hence, we can say that the area of a triangle is half the area of a parallelogram on the same base and with the same height. So let's start with worksheet 4. The first question that we are going to do is question number 3. What is given in the question? Find the area of a right triangle whose hypotenuse is 13 centimeter and one side is 5 centimeter. So this is the hypotenuse, the side opposite to 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse, and one of the other two sides is 5 centimeters. You can take any side as 5 centimeter, either the base or this perpendicular. Now in a right angle triangle, this side which makes an angle of 90 degree with the base is the perpendicular, and this is also the height. Why? Because height is always the perpendicular distance. Now the formula to find out the area of any triangle is half into base into height. Now we know the base but we do not know the height. So first of all we'll find out the height and then we'll find out the area of this right angle triangle. Now in order to find the height, we know the other two sides. We know the hypotenuse and we know the base. So we'll apply the Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, the perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Now let's put the values. We do not know the perpendicular, this height we do not know. So we'll write it as perpendicular only. Perpendicular square, the base is 5. So 5 square is equal to hypotenuse is 13 square. Let's find out the squares. Perpendicular square plus 5 square is 25 and 13 square is 169. Now in order to find the value of perpendicular, let's transpose 25 to the other side. So perpendicular square is equal to 169 minus 25. So perpendicular square is equal to 144. Now this side is in the form of a square, so we have to write this also in the form of a square. So we would say perpendicular square is equal to 144 is the square of 12. 12 square. That means the value of perpendicular is, therefore we will say the perpendicular is 12 centimeters. Now that we know the perpendicular, the height, we can easily find out the area of the triangle. So now we know that the base is 5 centimeters and the height is that we just calculated as 12 centimeters. So area of the triangle would be, area of this right triangle is equal to half multiplied by base multiplied by height. Let's put in the values. Half multiplied by the base is 5 and the height is 12. So let's do the cutting. So this comes out to be 30 square centimeters. So 30 square centimeters is the area of the right triangle. Coming to the next question, question number 4. Find the area of an isosceles right angled triangle. So let's draw a right triangle which is also isosceles. This is a right angled triangle. And when they are saying isosceles, that means two of the sides are equal. Now which two sides are equal? As you know that hypotenuse is the longest side. So if it's written in the question that it is a right angle isosceles triangle, so it is understood that the perpendicular is equal to the base. Why? Because hypotenuse is the biggest side and we know that square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of these two sides. Fine? So now we have to find the area of this triangle whose two equal sides are 15 centimeters each. That means the base is also 15 centimeter and the height is also 15 centimeters. So now that we know the base and height, we can find out the area of the triangle by applying the formula. Area of triangle is equal to half into base into height, which is equal to half into 15 into 15, which is 225 upon 2. Let's divide it by 2. This becomes 112.5 square centimeters as the area of the right triangle. Next is question number 7. In the given figure, ST is 5 centimeters and QR, the base is 9 centimeter. The area of the larger triangle, which is the larger triangle PQR, this whole triangle, the area of this whole bigger triangle is 50 square centimeters. So what is the area of this shaded region? Now we know the area of the larger triangle. What is the larger triangle? It is triangle PQR. So let's write down area of triangle PQR is given to us as 50 square centimeters and we have to find the area of the shaded portion. Now what about this smaller triangle SQR? We know the base of the triangle, it is 9 centimeter and we know the height of the triangle, it is 5 centimeters. So we can find out the area of the smaller triangle SQR. So let's find it out. Area of triangle SQR would be equal to, since the formula for area of a triangle is half into base into height. So let's put in the values. Half into the base is 9 centimeters and the height is 5 centimeters. So this becomes 45 upon 2, that is equal to 22.5 square centimeters. So this is the area of the smaller triangle. Now in order to find the area of this shaded portion, if we subtract this smaller area, the area of the smaller triangle SQR from the bigger triangle, we would get the area of the shaded portion. So hence we would say area of shaded portion would be equal to the area of the bigger triangle, that is triangle PQR, minus the area of the smaller triangle, that is triangle SQR. So let's put in the value of the areas. The bigger area, the bigger triangle's area is 50 centimeters square and the smaller is 22.5 square centimeters, which comes out to be 27.5 square centimeters. Next is question number 8. The area of a rhombus is 98 square meters. If one of its diagonals is 14 meter, find the other. So what is given to us? We are given the area of the rhombus, that is 98 square meters. One diagonal, that is D1, is given as 14 meters, and we have to find the other diagonal. Now in such questions of rhombus where diagonals are being given, the formula to calculate the area of the rhombus is half into D1 into D2. So let's apply the formula. Area of rhombus is equal to half into D1, that is diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Now we already know that the area of the rhombus is 98. So this is equal to half into the diagonal 1 is 14 meters and diagonal 2 we do not know. So this is we'll solve this in the form of a linear equation. The unknown variable is D2, and let's transfer all the known quantities to the other side. So this would become, now let's do the cutting here. 2 7s are 14. So this becomes 98 is equal to 7 D2. So the value of D2 would be 98 divided by 7. That is equal to 14 meters. So the other diagonal is 14 meters. Hence, the other diagonal is 14 meters. Question number 12. A diagonal of a quadrilateral is 40 meters. What is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure. So one of the diagonal is given to us as 40 meters and the perpendiculars on it from the opposite corners are 8 meters and 10 meters. So these are the perpendiculars on the diagonal from the opposite corners. Now the question is that we have to find the area of this whole quadrilateral. Now as you can see, this quadrilateral is divided, this diagonal divides the quadrilateral into two triangles. One is ADC, this triangle, and the other is ABC, this triangle. Now let's take this triangle. In this triangle, the base is 40 meters. Base is always the side on which the perpendicular falls, on which this perpendicular is falling. So 40 meters is the base and 8 meters is the height. So we can easily find out its area. Now let's talk about the triangle ABC. Again, this is the base as this perpendicular is falling on it. So this is the base and this is the height. So again we can find out the area of this triangle. Now as you can see, the area of quadrilateral is the sum of the area of these two triangles. So we'll add the areas in order to find the area of the quadrilateral. So let's start. Area, let's give the heading as area triangle ADC. Triangle ABC. So the area is equal to half into base into height. So this is equal to half into, what is the base of triangle ABC? It is 40 meters. What is the height? Height is 8 meters. Let's do the cutting. So this comes out to be 160 square meters. So this is the area of the upper triangle, that is ABC. Now let's give the heading as triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Again the area of the triangle would be equal to half into base into height. What is the base of triangle ABC? It is 40 and the height is 10. Let's do the cutting. So this comes out to be 200 square meters. Now that we know the area of these two triangles, in order to find the area of the quadrilateral, now let's give the heading quadrilateral ABCD. So the area would be equal to this area plus this area, that is 160 plus 200, which comes out to be 360 square meters, which is your answer.